Let's go! Oh my goodness. Brock freaking Purdy. It's going to be interesting to see how NFL fans view him going forward because, yes, the 49ers are 1-2 and probably the most banged up team in the NFC. But you'll see on this throw, he gets hit low, can't really fully step into this, and he works all the way to Brandon Ayuk on this comeback route. Yeah, of course, the ball can always be delivered a little bit sooner, but also a face mask penalty helps out big time. All right, so we get to here, and little play action fake. He starts off looking left, then all the way here to the right. Yes, Brandon Ayuk is open here to the left. Could that have been thrown? Don't know. Would have been tight. So Brock Purdy says, look, I'm going to go try and make a play. And honestly, I understand Christian McCaffrey, unfreaking believable. But Jordan Mason's got juice, y'all. I mean, this is ridiculous juking ability right here. Make this guy miss and then fall forward and pick up the first down. Really, really, really good stuff. And then we get to hear the first touchdown pass of the game. Play action fake the pitch. You have to respect, obviously, this 49ers run game, and it's a little stop and go, right? Normally you think the tight end is doing the fake block and leaking, but this time it is Jauan Jennings, okay? Purdy starts off looking to the left. That draws the safety out of this play, and then he finally looks back to the right, and Jennings is wide the frick open, okay? Good design right there from Shanny. So move ahead here to the 2nd and 7, 49ers and 12 personnel, and, well, you get what you want, right? This receiver, Ronnie Bell, his job is to create traffic, and look at when actually Brock Purdy is throwing this football. Good bit of anticipation there to get that football there before that backer can get over there, and that allows Brandon Ayuk to miss that backer and almost actually score this, right? Good freaking stuff. And then we move ahead to this play action fake, and it looks like the 49ers are just going to blow the daylights out of the Rams. And Brock Purdy, once again, under heavy pressure, falling away, throws a ridiculous cross-field ball on the comeback route. Look at that, okay? And you're just hoping Brandon Ayuk can make someone miss. He's not able to, but it's still a really nice throw. All right, so we get to this 3rd and 4. You know, some coaches would tell you in the spot, hey, let's work the angle route here with Kyle Juszczyk here, okay? And guess what? It would have been there, all right? You always like a running back going up against a linebacker in man coverage on the Texas route, okay? So that is there. But Brock Purdy says, look, I'm going to start off with this side of the field, and I'm going to roll out to the right. Jared Verse creates some pressure, not a lot, and Purdy rolls out and throws an absolute strike right here to Brandon Ayuk, who was heavily covered. Give the DB credit for batting that out, and that play right there probably saved the game for the Rams. 1st and 10 after throwing a really nice ball to Jauan Jennings. Rams score, okay? It's 14-7. You would have never expected that up to this point, but Brock Purdy steps up into this pocket, and he was really good on the ground in this game, right? Fake throw, take these yards. If they're playing man coverage, everybody's backs are to you. And that's the thing. Brock Purdy does give you something in terms of mobility. Good stuff. And this was the play of the game, man. This young man, I know he went to Tennessee, has just been a phenomenal player for the Rams. He beats the right tackle off the right side, and it was massive because there was a lot of open players. You had Brandon Ayuk over the middle. You also had Jauan Jennings. And could you make a case that Brock Purdy's drop right here is too deep and he could climb and help out his right tackle? Sure, right? You really could. You never want to fumble the football either. Still, give the Rams a lot of credit. This is nothing new for them having really good pass rush, and they're able to turn the football over. All right, we get to 3rd and 4, and 49ers get the football back. They're driving down the field, and Brock Purdy, man, he gets a really good pocket this time and throws a strike to Jauan Jennings, okay, who was amazing, okay? Now, before we show you the catch, let's take a look at the concept. And, you know, I've looked at the all-22 of this game, but we'll keep it here to the broadcast footage. Any type of route that involves your receivers getting stacked, is always going to be a good thing, all right? So you're showing an out and up here, all right? Jennings looks like he's just running a simple out, but then he goes vertical, and because of the protection being really, really, really good, Brock Purdy was able to throw a strike here to Jauan Jennings. Hey, Bubby.
Hey.
What do you think about Brock Purdy?
Yeah. I like the name.
So if you're like my wife and you love the name Brock, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. It is pretty good. Get it? Alrighty, so let's move ahead to the third quarter. 3:52 left to go. 49ers are up 21-14. Okay, first thing I love is taking my deep shots out of 12 personnel, right? Because it just draws more big bodies into the box. But either way, it looks like the Rams have these two deep routes covered pretty well. And you take a look at the play action fake. Brock has time. Now, he is taken off his launch point here because of some pressure, but it's not enough for him to roll out to the left here, okay? Now, this ends up being the catch of, I guess you could say, week 3 from Jauan Jennings, but I do want to point out that this go ball was here. Now, full disclosure, pre-snap, you never actually think the go ball. Pre-snap, Brock is thinking that this safety along with this corner is going to run with the go. But that's not what happens. The safety eventually finds the over here, and the go is let go by this whole safety. So Brock Purdy rolls out to the left. I don't think he has the arm talent rolling out to the left to throw a moon ball here to Santa Clara for a completion, but he decides, hey, I'm going to go ahead and throw this ball here to Jauan Jennings. And obviously, this ball would have been better served thrown going this way, okay? But instead, Jennings has to fight back to it and make this ridiculous grab. Wow. And to fully appreciate this catch, I want to give you the closer angle. I mean, look at that. Jauan Jennings. That is freaking dunkulous. And Shanahan, no reaction to that? Come on now. You got to show me something. But look, he's on to the next play, man. All right, we get to this 1st and 18. It's Jauan freaking Jennings again, okay? This is more so a really, really good throw by Brock Purdy. And once again, good protection from the Rams. Okay, Brock steps up into this pocket, throws a strike here in between two defenders. Look at that ball location. Look at that catch. All right, we get to this 3rd and 4. Is there something open here? It doesn't really look like it, but either way, I don't even freaking care because I want you to see the athleticism of Brock Purdy. Fake throw, then beat the contained defender here. And look at the guile and creativity of Brock. He acts like he's still going to throw, which forces this defender to pause, and then he gets underneath them and picks up the 1st down. That is ridiculous. Once again, love the play action. It's really good stuff when you play action out of 21 personnel. Obviously, Juszczyk was more of a tight end there, but just playing quick, throwing on time. Brock Purdy to the end breaker here to Jauan freaking Jennings, who looked like a for real number 1 alpha. All right. Matthew Stafford pulls a Matthew Stafford, drives the Rams down and ties the game. So can Brock continue his fantastic game and give the 49ers something? Once again, it's Braden Fisk and Jared Verse, the 2 early draft picks creating pressure, but Brock Purdy still finds a way to get it done. Good throw to Brandon Ayuk for the 1st down. All right, and this is the downside of playing in the National Football League, right? George Kittle out, Deebo Samuel out, and I know this isn't really Deebo's role, but you know when you're starting to rely on these kinds of guys like a Ronnie Bell, these type of back-breaking mistakes will happen. This is a good job by Brock Purdy understanding his numbers here. Okay, he knows this is going to be man coverage on this side unless Jared Verse just backs out or this backer just backs out. Okay, with the safety being over here, you have to like this matchup here to the right side, and well, he's open. Now, is this an underthrow? Yes, it is. Okay, but an NFL receiver needs to make that catch. That's all there is to it. You catch the football, look at Shanny, he's like, oh my God. It's a game. It's a game. All right, we get to this 3rd and 10. All right. This is ridiculous football IQ right here by Fisk. Okay. He tries to swim, and then a lot of pass rushers make this mistake. If your swim doesn't work, don't keep rushing upfield. Spin back, get central, especially if it's man coverage, right? There's more equity in running the football as a quarterback versus in man coverage, and he spins off and makes the play. Okay, that was a huge play right there. Alrighty, so Stafford drove down the field and got the game-winning field goal. So, you see a bunch of dipsy-doodle doohickey in the background here, and let's have a fun conversation here about Brock Purdy. This was an interesting game on the road in a hostile environment. How could he overcome the Los Angeles Rams fan? I'm just kidding. As many of you know, as is often the case when the 49ers go play the Rams, the 49ers fans take over the stadium. Now, a lot of people are freaking out over Brandon Ayuk's usage, and is there something going on with the training camp? And honestly, Brandon Ayuk is playing just fine, in my humble opinion. Now, you also have a weird situation going on with Jauan Jennings and Jordan Mason. These guys have looked really good, and obviously the 49ers' real starters, Kittle, McCaffrey, and whatnot, aren't there. But the bottom line is Brock Purdy is playing some of the best football of his career, and that should excite you as a 49ers fan, as over the past couple of seasons, the story has been all about how the 49ers were giving Brock Purdy a near impossible situation to fail, where the opposite is now happening, right? Brock Purdy's playing really well and giving the 49ers the biggest reason that they are winning these games, right? So, obviously, they didn't win this game. If Ronnie Bell catches that ball, we're talking about Brock Purdy and some potential NFL candidacy. Now, the reason why we get to here is imagine if this ball was actually pitched to Jennings. He's catching and scoring this and ending one of the more legendary surprise performances in NFL history. You tell me, is Jauan Jennings on a decent pitch right here getting this ball and scoring? I don't know. I really don't know. Instead, it was pitched to Ayuk, who got crushed, and that ended the game. Okay? Good stuff right there from LSU legend Trey White. So, let me know, is Brock Purdy a top 3 quarterback in the NFC right now? All right? Now, floating in your face, a video of who I would take over any quarterback in the NFC. It is Power Hour NFL. Boom! Wait, hold on. Is that... Okay, I thought that was somebody else. Huh? Oh, man, tonight we are doing lemon pepper chicken wings. Let's go.